The International Residential Code, or IRC, requires a readily accessible device to shut off the fuel supply to the furnace or boiler, which may be located within sight of the appliance as stated in IRC R303.3. The National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, provides further guidance. NFPA 31, the standard for the installation of oil burning equipment, requires an oil line valve within easy reach of the observer, as per NFPA 3110.5.1. NFPA 54, the National Fuel Gas Code, requires a readily accessible gas line valve outside the building and within reach of the fuel line shutoff, according to NFPA 54.6.3.1. The on/off switch serves as a crucial safety measure. It's not just about convenience. In the event of a malfunction or emergency, the on/off switch allows for the immediate shutdown of the furnace or boiler, which can prevent potential hazards. If a fuel leak is detected, the on/off switch can be used to isolate the appliance and stop the flow of fuel. When determining the location of the on/off switch, accessibility is paramount. It should be easily accessible in case of an emergency. Visibility is also key. It should be visible from the basement stairs or other areas where the furnace or boiler is located. The switch is often placed at the top of the basement stairs for easy access when entering or leaving the basement. Given that the basement stairs have been moved to the opposite side of the house, the furnace on/off switch will need to be relocated to comply with building codes and NFPA requirements. It should be placed at a convenient and visible location near the new basement stairs. Firstly, identify the relevant sections in the International Residential Code, specifically section R303.3, to understand the requirements for a readily accessible shut-off device. Secondly, consult NFPA 31, section 10.5.1 if dealing with an oil-burning appliance, or NFPA 54, section 6.3.1 for gas-fired equipment. Thirdly, choose a location near the new basement stairs that offers both easy accessibility in emergencies and clear visibility. Fourthly, consider the convenience of the location for regular use, but prioritize safety and code compliance. Fifthly, ensure that the relocated switch is properly installed and tested by a qualified professional to guarantee its functionality. Sixthly, document the relocation process, including any inspections or approvals obtained from local authorities for future reference. Seventhly, inform all household members about the new location of the switch and its purpose in emergency situations. Eighthly, periodically inspect the switch to ensure it remains accessible and in good working condition. Ninthly, consult with a local building inspector or fire marshal to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. Tenthly, keep a record of the relevant code requirements and NFPA standards for future reference or renovations. These switches serve as a readily accessible means to shut off the fuel supply to the furnace or boiler in the event of an emergency. The International Residential Code, or IRC, requires a readily accessible device to shut off the fuel supply to the furnace or boiler, which may be located within sight of the appliance. This requirement is outlined in IRC R303.3. The National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, also addresses this safety aspect in its standards. NFPA 31, which is the standard for the installation of oil-burning equipment, mandates an oil line valve within easy reach of the observer. You can find this requirement in NFPA 3110.5.1. NFPA 54, the National Fuel Gas Code, requires a readily accessible gas line valve outside the building and within reach of the fuel line shutoff. Refer to NFPA 54.6.3.1 for this requirement. These switches are essential for safety. In an emergency, such as a malfunction or a fuel leak, the on/off switch allows for the immediate shutdown of the furnace or boiler. This immediate shutdown can prevent potential hazards like fires or explosions. The switch also allows for the isolation of the appliance to stop the flow of fuel, preventing further leakage and potential hazards. The location of the switch must adhere to specific criteria to maximize its effectiveness. The switch should be easily accessible, meaning it can be reached quickly in an emergency without obstruction. It should also be visible from the basement stairs or other areas where the furnace or boiler is located. so it can be easily found in a crisis. While convenience is a consideration, it should not compromise accessibility and visibility. The practice of placing the switch at the top of the basement stairs is common because it often provides a balance of these factors. Given that the basement stairs have been relocated, it is imperative to relocate the furnace on/off switch to comply with building codes and NFPA requirements. The new location should be near the new basement stairs, maintaining both convenience and visibility. When determining the new location, prioritize easy accessibility in case of emergencies. Also, ensure the switch is clearly visible from the new basement stairs or other relevant areas. It's recommended to consult with a qualified electrician or HVAC technician to ensure the relocation meets all safety and code requirements. Additionally, check with local building officials for any specific regulations or permits that may be required. By adhering to these guidelines, you can ensure the safety and functionality of the furnace on/off switch in its new location.